Welcome to my channel, Phenomenal Private Practice with Amira Martin. Well, I've gotten some questions about how and why the narcissist provokes people and what can they do about it, right? And I want to discuss that in detail, right? I'm going to start with why the narcissist provokes you, and then I'm going to talk about what you can do about it. That'll be in the second part of this video interview. So please, this video recording rather, so please stay tuned. So the first reason that the narcissist provokes you and acts the way that they do and does the things that they do, right? So yelling at you, saying nasty things to you to make you feel badly, um, talking badly about you behind your back, right? Those are all different things that they do. Yelling at you and making you feel badly, those serve a purpose. They keep you feeling uncertain. They keep you feeling unsafe. They keep you feeling insecure. They basically help to keep you stuck. And if you're stuck, then they can continue to take advantage of you. Another thing that narcissists do is continuously talk badly and negatively about you behind your back to friends and family members. So you could, think you're on great terms with the narcissist and that everything is going well, but they're actually usually going around behind your back and saying negative things about you to make it seem as if you're just this difficult person or this uncaring or cold person, or things might look great to their friends, but they don't know what you're really like. And they do that consistently throughout every single relationship so that they can cheat on you or create an exit plan, exit strategy. And when they do, they don't look like they're such a bad person. It was like, well, their partner was so horrible anyway. I remember they had told me 2 years ago that their partner did XYZ or wasn't XYZ, right? So that's some of what they do. They also do things that can kind of make you feel crazy, right? Like gaslighting you, lying to you, basically telling you that your truth and reality that just happened didn't just happen, and you're completely wrong. And they do those things also to make you question yourself, doubt yourself, feel uncertain, feel like you're not sure and you're just not making decisions soundly. It's kind of like to throw you off balance so that they can stay in control. That's sort of how you can just think of that. Now, why do they do these things, right? Well, they do it because they want to be able to get what they can from you. And they want to get what they can from you in terms of like actual objects, right? And they also want to get narcissistic supply. So those are two different things, right? Objects or appearing a certain way, and then narcissistic supply. So let's talk about the first one. When I say objects, I'm talking to you about what they can get from you financially, right? So can they get money out of you? Can they get stability out of you? Do you have a home, an apartment, something that they need to live in to have some security? Do you have money that you can invest in them or spend on them? Do they really want you to serve a specific purpose at all times? That's what a relationship with a narcissist is like. You're there for a purpose, just like any other kitchen gadget or anything else that gets used and tossed when it's no longer any use. So they want you to make them look normal to the outside world. That's another purpose. They may want to marry you and have children with you. And again, helping them to look normal to the outside world, having you as an ongoing source of narcissistic supply, being able to say, look, I have a spouse, I have children, I'm, a respectable member of society, and that sort of thing, right? They may want to be able to say, I have friends, and also use you as a friend, again, for narcissistic supply. They want to get material objects, sex, money, specific relationships that serve a purpose for them, or more, okay? They also want to get what's called narcissistic supply. So I'm going to explain that to you. This supply is what basically brings them to life. Narcissists don't generally feel long-term joy and the sense of satisfaction that we might feel from a long-term marriage or a long-term relationship, or from a relationship with our children who may cost us an arm and a leg and be tons of work, but we love them and feel so much joy just from them existing and being in our lives. They don't feel that. right? Narcissists can feel happiness in the moment, but there's no sense of long-term joy or just that sense of like an enriched, healthy, long-term relationship, and it feels good just because it's that. That does not exist for them. This is part of why they constantly cheat and they constantly look for other sources of happiness because they're in a different place than the rest of the world. And the narcissist world is sort of like this dark gray place, right? Again, they can enjoy things in the moment, but there's no long-term fulfillment that you and I might feel. So they need new sexual partners, or to buy a new car, or to have flashy jewelry, or to have some brand new title, or whatever it might be that makes them feel good. So again, living in that dark gray place, they enjoy things like also making you upset so that they can feel good, right? They feel excited and positive, and they have a sense of control over you when they can upset you. So if they can get you to cry or to feel hurt or to feel badly, if they can get you to become enraged and act out, if they can get you to act like a fool in front of other people, they're feeling really, really, really good about that way down. They may smile in the moment and let that smile slip out, but they may not. You may find them smiling, at times that don't seem right. And there's a reason for that, right? So another way that they enjoy getting narcissistic supply from you is by enjoying the moments that you're looking up to them, you're admiring them, you're thinking highly of them and bragging about them. You're making them feel special, whether it's that you cooked a dinner that they absolutely enjoy and love and bought a fancy new wine that they had wanted, whether you bought them an expensive gift, whether you just talk to them about how smart they are and how they can do anything, and you help them with their plans and just highlight them, right? They're getting narcissistic supply from that. So narcissistic supply, again, comes from the emotional stuff that they're getting from you, whether it's that you're angry, whether and sad or upset with them or enraged, or whether it's that they just know that they've hurt you emotionally. And then the other part of narcissistic supply is the joy, the positivity, you looking up to them, admiring them, thinking highly of them, believing that they're special, which they believe in. They are special because they're a narcissist. So that's narcissistic supply. Now, I want you to think of the narcissist in a very specific way, and this is going to help you with this exercise. Now we're going to talk about how do you deal with it? How do you deal with the narcissist? How do you handle having a connection with this person? Well, first, you're going to think about the narcissist differently. They're no longer, let's say Lisa, right? They're no longer just Lisa, right? Your good friend who you know and have loved for 20 years. But you're going to think of them as like a puffed up dragon living in a burned down gray world, right? So that's who Lisa is. Lisa's a puffed up dragon living in a burned down gray world. And Lisa spits fire on you to burn you and threatens to spit fire on you to make sure that you continue to feed her the narcissistic supply, right? So how do you deal with it? You go gray rock. You're going to become a gray rock that blends into the background of Lisa's burnt and gray, unworking world. You're calm, you're silent, you don't engage with her in arguments or banter. You avoid appeasing her and pleasing her. You avoid both. You relax, you've realized that being or engaging in conflict with Lisa is a source of continuous conflict, and it's not a useful thing. Any engagement with her in conflict and something positive, it's not going to be useful, and it's going to end up in conflict. You have realized this will never work, but you need to survive, right? And this relationship with Lisa may not be one you can just walk away from. So again, whether it's a parent, a sibling, whether it's a child, a friend, you begin to go gray rock to protect yourself. Lisa will become even angrier with you and more enraged and do a whole host of things to try to upset you or provoke you. But guess what? Nothing works because you are now a gray rock. You're not giving her that response anymore. You've taken control of yourself, your life, your feelings. You understand what's been happening to you. You do research. You go to therapy and you find a therapist that specializes in narcissistic personality disorder so they can help you manage these relationships in your life with narcissists. If you're the child of a narcissist, if you have someone who's very close to you who's a narcissist, there's a good chance that a lot of your other relationships are going to be also with people who are narcissists. It's kind of how that works, right? Like that parent sets that pattern in us for what we understand relationships to be. And that's what you seek. And that's what will pull you and what will feel like, this is the right person for me. And even if it's someone who's not going to be loving or healthy to you. So you get the help that you need so you can work on your relationship, so that you can understand things differently, so that you can go gray rock. And you're keeping yourself safe now. So please, I want you to go ahead, send me your mental health questions and challenges and subscribe to my channel. But most importantly, please, please, please take good care of yourself. Have a great day.